Hope it's working okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Oh, that looks better.
Now, that looks better. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it stays like that. It doesn't seem to be lagging or nothing. So we refreshed the modem. We refreshed the Wi-Fi. Computer, everything like that. Refreshed. Refreshed
Yourself.
everything and myself as well. So hopefully it stays, and the people that were here before
We'll come back.
will come back in.
Hello, guys. I hope this is better.
Hi, John.
Hi, John. Thanks for coming back, John.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that, guys.
It seems to be okay now. It's not lagging. I don't know what the issue was. Maybe it could be something technical. I don't know. But it seems to be okay. We'll wait for a few more to come in. See you.
Throw your name in the chat.
Hi, Jill.
Hello. How are you? Is it okay, John and Jill? Are we all right?
I thought you were going to say Jack and Jill.
No. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Janice. Good day. She says, my friends.
Susan, yay. And do we look okay, guys?
Well, I don't know about us looking okay.
Well, okay. Is the stream okay? Looks good. Sounds good. Brilliant.
Good.
Brilliant. Hi, Nana. How are you?
So, we're going to have a chat. We'll wait for a few more to come in. We're going to talk about a couple of stuff. The premiere tonight, the big one, the blockbuster, I call it. A couple of upcoming videos. Well, one so far. I have another one coming up after the premiere. Very interesting.
Hi, Toms. Anna.
Hi, Anna. Tom's.
Penny.
Janice is there. Sylvia, right. Tom's daughter, Nana D. Hope you're keeping well, Nana D. And you're feeling better.
We've everybody in, I think, now. Hi, Global Crime Team.
Hi, Jordan. Welcome back.
Bonjour. Merci, Jordan. I think we're all set to go again now.
Montcalm usually comes in. Who else? Alex from France, if he comes in, I'm not sure. Tizzy Dawn. Hi, Dizzy. Or Tizzy. Dizzy.
Hello, Mo. Sister Mo.
Hi, Mo. Welcome back.
How's the weather, guys? We have rain today, would you believe?
Richard. Hi, Richard. So the weather has turned drastically here. We had about a week or so of really hot weather, a heat wave. Today it's raining all day long. It's just rain. We didn't even get out today, to be honest, to do a video or nothing like that, because I was hoping there's one or two locations I wanted to do, and I never got a chance. But we'll get around to those again, I'm sure. 95, Tom said to do.
You see, I can't abide the heat at all. Like 18, 19 degrees here, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, is warm enough for me, and anything over, I can't cope. And I've been giving out all week how hot it is. And when I looked out this morning, I went, oh no, bring back the heat. Yeah. Anything but that rain. You know, I don't mind the cold weather. Kind of October, the fall or autumn are my favorite season, really, because it's just perfect weather.
I actually like the rain. I like drizzle rain where it's falling. I don't like heavy rain. But
yeah, you can't even walk in that today. It's rotten.
Drizzle is fine. I don't mind a bit of rain. So now there's a few in the chat. I suppose we'll get things going. Premiere tonight. Don't forget. She's drinking
our local Pepper. Shop now stocks Dr. Pepper, thanks to us, because we told them to.
Angela's Journey. Hi everyone from Cumberland. Cumbernauld is Mald or Nald.
Cumbernauld. Oh, I can't.
So premieres tonight. It's on at 10 p.m. here in Ireland, which would be for some people 5 p.m. maybe in some places in the States or whichever part of the world you're in. Hi, Brenda.
What time is that? 10?
10 p.m.
So just under 2 hours.
Just under 2 hours the premiere is. It's going to be a brilliant premiere. One of the best. I've been there before. It's a Fain Old Church and Graveyard. It won't be the same video. I found covered places that I've never seen on my last visit. So there's totally new stuff that I found. Very, very interesting. Hi, Marie. So it's all interesting stuff I found. And I don't know, for people that have missed the last video I did of that location, there's a very interesting story behind that old graveyard and church as well. So you'll have to find out later on, for those of you who know don't say anything because you already know. But
For those of you who know, you know.
you know, when you know, you know.
But
So
it's an interesting return because, will I say anything though?
yeah, well, look at it.
It has been cleaned up immensely.
It has been cleaned up.
Immensely.
There's a couple of branches and
Trees,
trimmings done on trees and stuff.
The ground has been cleared.
You know, stuff like that. Now the other thing is, what did y'all think about the video I did about the murder? I'm not sure what people think about me doing those videos. Do you like me doing them? Or it didn't get that much views. I was thought it might have got more, but it's early yet. But what's your thought on that video? Do you think it's something that I could continue to do? Would you like me to do those type of stories?
And the thing is, we have a few of those stories and some from, say, the 1900s as well coming up. Early 1900s and a little bit later. We've a couple of good stories kind of that we want to do.
Yeah.
I've done one of them that it'll be going up hopefully tomorrow night. So we just wanted to throw in a few different things, keep it with the theme of going to the grave and the cemetery, of course.
Yeah, it'll always be cemetery related.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's a murder story or something, or true crime, there's going to be, like, it won't be me doing a story where I'm talking over a video and putting pictures in and not being there at the location. If I was doing a video about a murder or something, I always go to the location, or I will visit the grave of the person.
And sometimes, actually, just to say as well, because a few stories that I've been researching, I know the cemetery they're buried in, but they're in unmarked graves. So would it be something that you would be interested in as well?
Jill says love murder and true crime. Hi Hans, I didn't say hello to you.
And this
Sandy,
would be Ireland.
Right. Hi Sandy.
Ireland related, you know.
Yes, continue to do those stories as Angela's journey with multiple sclerosis. So yeah, there's something that, you know, I have another one lined up actually, maybe two. Now the next two I'm doing are going to be very, very a lot of detail in them.
But we won't go into the gore.
Well, I don't like to go into the full detail of stories,
No.
the gory stuff, the gore of it, you know, the grim stuff. So I'll try to fit in the story as best I can and leave out the stuff, you know, that's like, not just because for my viewers, but it's probably stuff that I wouldn't like myself to be talking about. So other than that, yeah, there is two more murder ones coming up. Happened in the same village, strangely enough.
And the victims are all actually buried in the same cemetery.
And the victims are all buried in the same cemetery or graveyard. So,
and both are extremely upsetting and sad, and you know, that goes back to, again, leaving out the really, really gory details, because we have researched the stories and we have been talking about it, and you know, it's not our cup of tea to give ye exact details from, you know, what exactly, like, obviously we'll tell you the story, but we won't be putting in explicit detailing, because it's just, I find that very hard to kind of stomach, you know. I find it hard to read. I find it hard to you know, to tell the story that way. So we won't be going into much. No,
hi,
global
Caroline.
crime, you are, you know.
No, you, Jordan. Hi, Caroline, Alan, and whoever else I missed. Anyone else? No, look, it's just something that story, you know, the last one I did wasn't too far away. So it's something that I've always wanted to do, something like tell what I'm doing it really because I want to keep the person's memory alive, the person's, you know, whatever happened to them.
Well, the truth of one of those stories, you've known about this story. This story was told to you by a friend years prior to YouTube or anything like that. So that's kind of one of the reasons why you want to do that particular story. The one I'll be doing, Jordan, or the one that will be going up hopefully tomorrow night, just a few more editing issues to kind of go through, is from the 1920s, and another one that it's kind of like old Irish kind of independent stuff. war stuff, you know. The one tomorrow night is just a young man that was shot while doing his job. But you know, I tell the story in the cemetery. We will look at some headstones. There's an amazing church, isn't it?
Yeah, just lovely church. It's a good story actually. The one she's doing, there is, it's old 1900s.
1920, I think it was. Yeah.
1920. But you know, these murder ones, you know, people often say, you know, oh, it might be too fresh. These stories that I'm talking about doing are 10 years. One of them is actually happened 52 years ago or more. 52 years ago. Maybe the other one could be well over 10 years ago.
Probably 12.
So,
I'd say.
you know, these things didn't happen last week or the week before, you know, so, and they're all over the media anyway, all these stories. So, as you know, if it's like a news reporter goes out to a scene and they take their camera out and start recording.
Yeah.
So I can't see any difference, you know, and these.
But this won't be all our content completely at all.
Oh no, it's
These
just.
are just a couple of stories. I have done some crime on my channel ages ago.
Hi, Bruce.
A young Wexford woman that was murdered actually in America. That one is there. Tune Babies, of course, would be what I would call true crime.
Yeah.
The Ross Gray, Sean Ross Abbey, another one. So I have a few done already, but it's just a couple of stories that are kind of Irish based and like really, really old ones that I want to do. And then you've a couple that you want to do, 2 or 3.
Well, someone was saying there about the 1700s one. So I have one coming up actually with a couple of 1700s. In the year the 1700s, the headstones, the dates. So they're interesting. And also in the same place there's some very, very interesting graves, children's graves that I've never, or both of us have never come across in Ireland.
Yeah.
And they're very unusual looking ones. So they'll be coming up as well.
Yeah, Susan, it was overwhelming. You're right. It's kind of, do you know something? After doing that Tuam story, I think we both kind of left a little bit different, feeling.
Yeah.
Just it kind of changes. It changes your outlook on everything, on the past, on the present, on the future, for sure. You know, it's something that kind of I think I'll carry that with me forever. Someone was asking, if you're wanting to ask a question, actually, guys, just put a Q in front of it.
3 Qs.
Somebody asked
if we're missing the questions.
There.
Where are you from in Ireland? My husband is asking. We're from County Wexford. It's in the southeast of Ireland. Is where we're from. So yeah, that's the story with the murder ones. You know, these stories have to be brought up, I suppose. You know, because like this one, the one I'm doing has happened 52 years ago. So I don't know, does anybody even talk about that anymore? Or I haven't seen it. I've looked it up on social media or on YouTube, and nobody has done this story. So I'm probably be the first person to do it on YouTube. So.
Hi, Bruce. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Bruce. Michael says much better video, guys.
Yeah, my heart still lies in the cemeteries, to be honest with you. Just those couple of stories were kind of something that I've had in my mind to do, and it kind of just worked out for me the other day that we were up that part of the country, or the county actually.
Robert Lash, sorry if I said it wrong. On your cemetery walks, have you ever considered employing an endoscope for those hard to see areas or small openings where a camera wouldn't work?
Yes, Robert.
There's actually one. Sue has ordered one. There's one on the way actually.
Hopefully I have it next week.
So that's going to be a new addition to the.
Thanks to Matt who gave me the link. Matt of 539 Productions. He gave me the link for it, so that's going to come. And then I'll be going back to all of those places.
So yeah, there's one on the way, and that's coming. Bruce wants to know: are more than one persons buried in one grave? Yeah, there's more than one buried in a grave. In Ireland here, what we do is, traditionally is in Ireland, when they're burying people, it's the normal thing, 6 feet down. So when a person has been in the grave in the coffin for so many years, they disintegrate and stuff like that, the coffin after time. So another family member goes down on top of that. And then they also put them side by side, so they use up the plot really.
Yeah, I mean, my own family members are buried like that, and I'm going back a few years, thank God, since I've had to attend a family funeral. But I remember when I was younger, even like a large amount of one particular family kind of all passed away very soon afterwards. And I mean, I've seen the grave since, and it everything looks perfectly fine. But we don't have liners actually in our graves, so it is basically down in
Just plain.
just down into the ground, and they would probably cover that
Soil,
with a
yes.
layer, and then they would dig right down to that coffin, leave a little layer over, and then eventually, I suppose, coffins do break down as well. And then also on the larger plots, they also go across, so you could have brothers and sisters, husbands and wives, kids, the whole lot there.
Now, there's one thing I wanted to ask Jordan while he's
There's
there.
Jordan telling us now.
Yeah. So I was talking to somebody the other day. One of their family died and was cremated. And I asked him, where's the ashes and stuff? And he said, the ashes are in one of the family's members' back garden. So I didn't know, is it a thing in England where you can put your loved one's ashes in your garden? Can you bury them in the garden, the urn and all that?
I'm sure you can do it.
Because I'd never heard of it in Ireland where somebody puts it in the garden, maybe, I'm not sure.
Michael, welcome to the channel.
GV membership, Michael. Thanks for joining. Hate YouTube notification. Let's talk. I touched that, went nowhere, looked on your channel, nothing, waited.
Do you know, Laura Lee, we went live there just before 8 o'clock and it didn't work.
It didn't work, that's what that was.
So that could have been what it was. So this is a new stream.
So Caroline Allen has a question. You find the graves of the 1700s Headstone engravers, J. Byrne and Dennis Cullen. They were incredible artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you found actually Pat Byrne. We were out during the week. Wasn't it Pat Byrne?
J. Byrne.
Or was it J. Byrne as well?
I think it was J or Pat Byrne.
I think it was Pat. Because I said I wonder where the brothers. And it's not as styled as nice, but there is brilliant engraving on it.
It's a lot of these 1700 ones are like the sun, the moon, and the stars on them and stuff like that. Or you get the crucifixion scene on it and stuff. My parents side by side, my mammy and pappy are on top of each other in Catholic cemeteries in Susan.
Yeah, Susan, that's kind of the way we do it here. Like, but we could have lots. Like we could have 10.
You see the different parts of Europe, abroad, further away from Ireland and England, probably do it different. I'm not sure. Auntie
Maureen is here. Sister Mo is here.
You can bury a coffin in your property as long as you own the property, just like the case with Rick Mail.
There's actually a case, my mammy was telling me, I think it was Mayo, but don't quote me on that, where a man bought, I think, land and he must have got it consecrated. But anyway, he's there, buried in this land. Anyone can go to see him. But I don't think any other burials are going to be allowed there. But he got it before he... I actually think he's still alive, actually. But he's got it all set up.
Hi, Maureen McCarthy. Welcome. Robert wants to know one more question. Can you tell by the gravestone that may have 4 or more names on it whether there is a crypt beneath?
Not always.
No. I've come across... On my premiere, actually, tonight... Hi, Jules. On my premiere tonight, in an hour and a half, it's on... I come across a crypt.
Julia.
And there's 2 or 3 names on the headstone.
Yeah. Of
this crypt. So, and it's from the 1800s. So, this video tonight, guys, is not to be missed. It's going to be super. In another 1.5 hours. It's an hour long, so I understand if people can't stay on it for the full video if you want to pop out or whatever. But for those of you that can join me, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a super one.
Next door.
I don't know what that is. Is that a ghost or something?
Thunder. It's not. It's illegal to
burn someone at sea.
Or bury someone at sea without a Coast Guard permit here
in the US.
Oh wow. Gosh, I don't know whether we're allowed to do that or not.
Hi everyone, says Susan.
Hi Susan.
Fabiano.
Cemeteries down under.
Cemeteries down under. Julia. Angela's Journey says, my parents' ashes are interred in our local cemetery. So, if you have any more questions, anybody, that you want to ask cemetery-related stuff.
Yeah, Marie, grab your drinks, your popcorn, go to the toilet, all them good things.
Go grab your drinks, popcorn, grab everything.
Yeah.
And
Mo loves the old graveyards.
And grab a piece of cloth to bite on or something, because you'll probably get the frights when you see
a blanket to hide behind. Maybe.
Hide behind a blanket like this. Because there's some very interesting stuff that you like. Because you know by the thumbnail, there's going to be coffins. There's going to be old headstones, chest tombs. Everything is going to be on. Everything that you can find in a graveyard or a cemetery is going to be all in this video tonight.
Yeah, it's a good one. It is a good one. Just actually, guys, now, because I will forget, the merch store. Oh,
hi, Bear.
I had the merch store, it was up and running. People bought from it. I bought my own merch, and the other day I decided I was going to go in and add a few more items to it. And it's basically the same. This is the profile pic of my YouTube. It's the little.
Can't see it.
It's the little Serenity Sue with the angel, and all I was adding to it was what was I adding to it? Gorgeous on the back, because I always say it's gorgeous. Just so writing on the back, gorgeous. And actually, you can actually still visibly see the shop on my YouTube. But when you click on it, it just says 404 error, not on this page, or page can't be found. But what has happened is, since I've tried to add more merch, is they are kind of giving me it's almost like a copyright strike or something like that, and it's saying it's been disabled. Ended early due to content concerns. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with the content. This is my own picture. I took it myself. It's my own writing. Look at this, is actually on the front, and gorgeous is kind of at the back of the neckline, just for something different. And I have spent a whole weekend, haven't I, kind of going in, trying to figure out what it was. I did have a YouTube logo on the back, and I thought maybe it's YouTube logo, so I've taken that out. But I've also seen other content creators with the YouTube symbol on their merch, so I don't know what the problem was there. So I took that off and started again reorganizing and redesigning. And as soon as I went live last night with the shop, it took it down again. And content concerns, Tom's, it's crazy. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have contacted them. Their chat is not great. But having said that, until I went to try and upload a few more merch samples is when the problem starts. So I don't know what's going on. Whether somebody's reporting it so they'll take it down, I don't know. That could be a good logo. But I mean, it's nothing. It's as I said, it's the profile picture of my YouTube channel, the angel with Serenity Sue on it. Look at this, and gorgeous on the back. And I don't know what's going on. So hang tight. I hope anybody that bought off at the start, the original one, everybody got theirs. I got mine quite fast. I know people had ordered stuff, so I don't think there will be an issue with that, because it's saying on my side that it's been sent and shipped. So hopefully.
I hope you like this also.
Yeah, I have to get another one, guys. I went and bought the
Now there's a couple of questions there and
camera.
I missed them.
QQQ.
Caroline Allen asked, how do you find all these remote locations? Well, simply
research.
We do an awful lot of research, very hard work. We dig deep and get stuff, informative stuff, and we find all these locations, and we'd put in a lot of effort, to be honest. We travel very far as well. We could drive maybe 4 hours to go to a
We have drove 4 hours to a place and 4 hours back.
Have you ever seen a ghost, as Brenda? I've never seen a ghost, but I've come across voices, EVPs on my videos at grave sites.
And I've had orbs and mist and noises.
I've had a woman, when I was reading out one time in Lismore in the cemetery, a cathedral, reading her husband's name on the headstone, and I could hear a woman saying, yes. When I read the name, yes. When I read the name out, like they were, replying back. I could hear. You never hear it when you're there. It's only when you're editing.
Laura Lee, what I don't understand in the the US, they put a cement box in, that's the cement liner in the ground and then the casket. What I don't understand is why, when they exhume 7 years later, why is the casket? Well, I presume with cement, if it's in the ground and it's wet, it's going to get weathered anyway, isn't it? Well, I'd imagine so. I don't know. And probably maybe water does get into it. I'm not sure. I don't understand the liners because, I don't know, we don't use them here.
Now, Caroline says, I would like to hear the voices. Now, if I can find that, it's on my shorts, I think, one of them. But I'll go back and see, can I get it? And I might just put it back up again or something like that, so you can have a listen yourselves. There's two, actually, one in Waterford, one in Dublin in Mount Jerome.
Oh, Mount Jerome, yeah. I got one there as well.
You got one as well.
Yeah, actually in the same, was it the same area?
The same place.
The one I got.
The very same vault.
And the same thing, didn't hear nothing when we were there. It was actually when we were editing that I noticed mine, and nobody can decipher what it actually says. We have our own idea on what it says. Your one was more of a kind of a noise.
I always get a lot of growls. Maybe they don't like me or something. I get growls and stuff on mine and voices. But
Tim, hello, welcome.
Hi, Tim. T Snowman. Good day.
I hope your son is doing well, T. Jordan says, Jordan is global crime time, guys. We use cement case if there is a security risk to the coffin, and Jordan is in England, so.
You know, people are buried with stuff. There was a guy here in Wexford a number of years ago, part of organised crime, and he got shot. He was murdered in his own home. He got shot, right? He was buried in a gold casket, not a coffin, like an American-style casket. And he was also buried with his Rolex watch and very expensive stuff. And when the hole was dug for the grave, and they had to cement it in afterwards and stuff like that, people had to stand guard, all his friends, 24-hour thing, stand guard around the grave until they actually had it filled in and it's set.
Hans, I think it was Hans, was asking about the coordinates. Was it Hans? Sorry now. Hans, yeah. How accurate are find a grave GPS coordinates? Not very accurate here in Ireland. I know somebody else said that they use it and it's fine. I think Ireland is really only getting in on find a grave. But we have, in Dublin, we used it once.
Some of them
for Luke Kelly's grave, but in Wexford, in Ireland, it's desperate.
Yeah, some of them actually tell you there's a person buried in a certain cemetery, and they're not buried there at all.
Yeah.
It could be up miles away. So they're not.
Yeah, I had that on Nicky Rackard, the Irish hurler.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the graveyard that we went to.
And Dan O'Hurley.
And Dan O'Hurley, the famous Irish-American actor, he wasn't where he was supposed to be. I can't remember where. They said he was in Prospect and Gorey, and he was actually in St. Ibar's in Wexford. And Dan is I would think a pretty famous actor, really. So he's in St. Ibar's. And then you see a lot of them where they give you the person's name that they're in the cemetery, but no coordinates and no find a grave picture.
Hans Burles with 10, I think, Canadian dollars, that is. Thanks very much for your super chat. Super chat. That's my toy.
Thanks, Hans. In Australia. See, I nearly said it with an Australian accent. We just put coffin. Yeah.
Good day, mate.
Julia, we're the very same here. It is Julia and not...
Julia, yeah.
It is Julia. I've just had a brain fart there.
Don't be cursing on YouTube.
That's not a curse.
Oh, we get blocked.
That's not a curse. You're drinking my Dr. Pepper. They
my name
used
is
to
Dr.
snatch
Pepper.
Bodies from medical schools. My grandfather had his coffin covered with half a ton of... Is it Bay or B?
Bay, I'd say. Or BEA.
Bay, I'm going to say. I hope I'm not.
My name is Dr. Pepper. And if you've got any problems, just come to me.
Yes, Bay, we've had grave robbers here. Actually, we use, there's more safes that we haven't actually come across a really good one yet in Ireland. But you will see some of them have been cemented over here as well. And then, of course, we have come to mausoleums and crypts where, the human remains, the bones are scattered all over the place. And then you kind of go online and you research and you say, yeah, there has been grave robbers in there, which is always really sad. Like,
there's lots of stuff going on. What's the sound for the brain fart? Says no.
You probably have that.
It's probably.
You probably do have that.
I'll probably listen to it.
Tim, you haven't started now. Oh my God.
No, wait till I see. Can I get this for you, Tim? We'll just wait.
Tim will love this one.
In the name of God, says Marie. In the name of God. With the Irish accent on her. The name of God.
Oh, sorry, Laura Lee. I love my Dr. Pepper.
I'll have to search this.
He's going to get, I know he will. It's probably been answered a few hundred times, but what made you start doing this? Just 1 second, Mike. This is for Tim. Now, Tim, you asked. That's enough. Stop. Michael, it's probably been answered a few hundred times. So what made you start doing these videos? Right. Well, Michael, I've always loved it. I've always been fascinated by cemeteries and headstones, the beauty, the peace, the whole lot. And what I started off doing was putting it on my Facebook, on Snapchat, on social media, and nobody really appreciated it because all my family, they're not really into it. They get it, but they're not into it. And, my phone was getting full. So I said, right, I'm going to put it on YouTube. And I started to upload little shorts and just mostly photos. And as I got a bit braver, and I thought, well, it'll be for the world to see. And I want these people remembered, of course. And it started from there. I'm doing it a year. And I absolutely adore it. And I probably will continue it till the day I die and vlog my own funeral. No,
you can't vlog your own funeral, silly Billy.
I would if I'm a ghost. No, seriously, I do. I absolutely adore it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I love, right, it's like the last video I did, not the last one, but the one I did, Fort Hill Old Cemetery in Galway City. I came across a headstone where there was a priest buried there. And it said he died from, it says on the inscription on it, died from fever. So I've never seen that before. So that's one thing. Now, the video that's coming out during the week of those unusual graves, they are stuff that I've never come across either. So lately, we're starting to come across things that we never thought we'd see. So that's what makes it interesting. The other thing is, I suppose, history.
Yeah.
The one that's on tonight, you'll see it was on the old one. There's ship that sank and people drowned and stuff like that. And, you never come across inscriptions and stuff like that. Rarely you find those things. Mo with 20 Canadian dollars super chat.
Thanks, Spirit Sister.
Thank you, Mo.
You've got to get it going now again.
Super chat.
Thanks, Mo. And it does help an awful lot, guys. You have no idea, be it $2 or like Mo, whatever you can give. It goes straight back into the channel.
There's a few places that we're thinking of traveling a bit further down the line. We're thinking of either going towards Dublin again, maybe on as far as Belfast. We're not sure yet what we're doing, but we're definitely going to go.
We were hoping, in fairness, to go this weekend, but with the weather the way it was, there's just no point. It'd be just a wasted journey, So we will hang tight until the weather hopefully picks up, and we are definitely heading for Dublin for sure.
Dublin, yeah.
We've a few cemeteries we want to see, and a couple of graves in particular. We won't give any hints.
No, there's places there's one in particular I am mad to do this, and I have to do it. There's a story behind it as well. It's a mausoleum.
Oh yeah, I think you said it before actually.
It's a beehive shaped mausoleum, not mausoleum, like a vault, isn't it? A beehive shaped
it's in the shape of a
mausoleum of a guy that before he died wanted to be buried in this beehive shaped vault because he thought that he would be reincarnated and come back as a bee. And there's even a little hole in the vault where he can come in and out if he thinks he's coming back as a bee. So
and
that's
there's actually
amazing as well.
another story in a cemetery we did before. Was it Linda kind of brought it to her attention that there was a story about that place, I think it was Tipperary, where he thought his wife was...
he thought she was involved in witch stuff.
Yeah.
And she ended up being murdered, I think, and they actually burned her body as well. Now, there's a bit of a story behind that. I think
she is actually supposed to be buried.
You could cover that one.
There or outside the graveyard, even there's something we'll have to...
She's left over the wall. She's not in the graveyard. It's like they buried her over the wall on the other side.
Because of the fact that she was supposed to be a
witch. Back in the day, they thought probably all these people who had cures and stuff or who was able to heal people, strangely enough, thought they were witches, and stuff. Maureen McCarthy is now a member for 3 months. Thank you, Maureen McCarthy.
Auntie Maureen. I've read that concrete vaults were begun because the cemetery were almost all on the hill or next to waterways. Cholera was a problem due to the water being attacked. Well, that makes sense, Janice. Actually, I think Susan said something similar. It does make sense. But, I suppose we do have bad weather, but, the majority, like we have found, I suppose, cemeteries are on the hills. And then he's just messing. Strange.
WTF.
Strange cemeteries here, but we don't use those, which is, I don't know. It's strange. Let's see.
There's some strange stuff.
Tom's. Be careful. That guy was probably such a honey.
He was a sweet guy. Maybe
an old Irish church will let you into the crypts underneath. That would be great. Do you know, Tim, any church that we've been to, we have never... Well, the only one actually that we went to was St. Michan's.
They're mad for me to do a cow thing, so I'm just going to do one, right? My throat isn't great. There you go now, Toms and Mo, whoever else wanted it.
He's started them now. He does that like just randomly, like he's having all.
My name is Random Randy. And I just do random stuff.
Let me see, what was I saying? See, you just put me off.
Maureen McCarthy with $4.99. Thanks in celebration. Thank you, Maureen, very much.
Oh, thank you, Auntie Maureen. Hey guys, hassle with YouTube, casting to TV, that's your internet.
That's the internet.
Yeah, that is the internet.
There must be something going on in the southeast with the internet.
Yeah.
Or it's me doing the cow noises and stuff. They're not really moving properly.
Yeah, I tell you, my brother is here. He's Ireland through my lens and more. He's a great photographer, a great artist, although he'd probably kill me now for saying that, but he is. He's very...
he goes around Ireland, takes nice photos.
But he draws extremely well. But he also does extremely beautiful photographs and stuff like that.
Oh, I've been to Marie Laveau grave with the call the Voodoo. Isn't that in the...
Voodoo Queen.
The Voodoo Queen. Is that where the hell is that?
That is so like the story that you're putting up tonight. Because he was kind of helping. And the
story, there's not much of it in it now, only a little bit I put in, but the story that's on mine tonight is something similar. This guy had a cure for healing people.
I didn't have a cure for healing people. He healed people. He healed.
He healed people.
Yeah.
See the way she gets it? He healed people and he was able to do all that. So he even had people from royalty who wanted him to come over to heal one of their family members.
But you see, years ago, I think if you had that kind of
New Orleans, that's it. I remember that tomb, and people used to light candles, I think, and stuff at it, like do kind of witchcraft stuff, seances or stuff at it as well. I've seen that's the same cemetery, Susan, where
Oh, your man.
your man, the actor, has a pyramid.
What's his name?
What's his name? The actor.
Oh.
Oh, he was married to Lisa Marie Presley. What's his name?
What?
Yeah.
No way.
He married
Oh,
Lisa
Lord.
Marie Presley. What's his name?
Michael Jackson.
No, not Michael Jackson.
I know what you're talking about.
He was in.
Not Sean Penn.
He was in a film called Face Off.
Nicholas
Cage.
Susan.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage has a pyramid there as well.
Hi, Nadia.
When I die, bury me in a pyramid. That's what he said.
Yeah. So years ago,
I could never understand actually what Lisa Marie Presley ever saw in Nicolas Cage. I'm sorry, but
what did he see in her?
she was pretty, Lisa Marie. She's
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Behave.
Hi, Krista.
Yeah, so years ago, if you had healing powers or you healed someone, you were kind of declared like voodoo or witchcraft, or so it was kind of, we were talking about that last night actually on my premiere about Salem witches, and if you were a witch, you floated, and if you weren't, you sank. So either way, it wasn't really, the odds weren't great for you. If they thought you were a witch, you were kind of doomed, because if you sank, you're actually going to drown, aren't you? So
yeah, but see, Caroline said he was a big Elvis fan. I'm a big Elvis fan, but I never got to marry her. How's that?
Well, Michael Jackson was a big Elvis fan too, wasn't he?
I'm a big Elvis fan. I'm an Elvis fan since I was 13 years old.
True, Hans, true.
So I'm 30 years an Elvis fan. 43 now, so I'm a fan since I was 13 years old.
Hans, he'll have to sell that pyramid, I think, Nicolas Cage.
You could do the Elvis lip.
A witch doctor, exactly, Marie. What time is your...
My premiere is on at 10 o'clock.
Oh, yes,
so
okay.
in 1 hour and 10 minutes to the Blockbuster.
Oh, Caroline, my brother's here as well. Our father. I don't know if he's still a big, massive fan, but he certainly was. He has all those old albums.
I have to say, guys, one thing I nearly forgot. Tony Cryptor is having a bit of a get-together today.
A celebration.
I was talking to him on Facebook earlier, and he's having a bit of a celebration of life thing for his father that passed away was it a couple of months ago?
Yeah, he's celebrating his father's life.
He's celebrating his father's life today, so he's a bit down in the dumps over today, and he's kind of, reminiscing and stuff. So they're watching old videos of his dad and his sister and all that, and get-togethers they used to have.
And they've put photos together.
And they've put a collage of photos together and all that.
It'll be bittersweet for them, I'm sure.
I promised him on my live I would mention him and hope that he's okay.
So we're all going to send...
So all our thoughts and
for prayers Tony and love.
Today for Tony.
Yeah.
And I hope he's okay. And it's a tough day remembering your dad.
And it's still very... new in the sense they're still coming to terms with that. It's a great loss, so.
And he told me they actually played a song as well. His favourite song was You'll Never Walk Alone. It was sang by Elvis Presley. You'll Never Walk Alone was the name of the song. So if you're watching Tony or you see this, love to you and your family and your dad.
Yeah. Funny, if you get a voodoo doll, it has to be blessed by a high priestess before it will work. Oh, that's why ours is not working.
I'd love a voodoo doll. I'd love a voodoo doll and stick a few pins in it and see what happens.
What time is it here now, Laura Lee? It is
9:50.
8:50.
8:50.
10 to 9 p.m. here, Laura Lee. Praying for Tony. Oh, that's lovely.
Marie, I'd love to hear your accent. Have you got an English accent or Northern Ireland accent, Marie? Because are you from Northern Ireland? Or you were born there, I think.
Rachel says, I have a video of a ghost cat gliding across
my
the
old room floor. I think it's my cat William, who died
3 months ago.
Or Rachel, send it on to, if you're on,
send it to
email it or send it on Facebook or something like that.
Something I would
Is that him in the photograph?
No, I bet that's
There's a black cat there in the photograph.
She has a new cat, I'd say. That's
almost
lovely,
4
guys.
p.m.
They're all sending their love for Tony.
Yeah.
Almost 4 p.m. in
You know,
Pennsylvania.
my dad is still alive and my mother is still alive. So I haven't experienced that yet. When I lose one of my parents, and it won't be easy. And I don't, it's not easy for anyone that loses a parent.
Julia, thanks for
or a
being up
family
so
member.
early. It's very early.
My wife's uncle was taken off life support, so it's a bit down here too. Hands. My wife's uncle. Sorry to hear that, Hans.
Yeah, sorry, Hans. There's John Dean. Hello, John.
She's an English accent, very posh. All right, Marie.
Oh, you've the posh English accent, Marie, have you?
That's Cockney, innit?
Oh,
love from Southeast Ireland for Tony, says David said.
Thanks.
John Dean is here. Hi, John Dean. John always watches my videos, and Sue's is also. And he sends us a little video of the TV on, watching us on the TV. Yeah, so it's a bit strange to see yourself on the TV.
It's sweet. It's lovely. Let me see.
Making lovely meatloaf, says Mo. Meatloaf dinner.
I've
never tried it
once. I made it once years and years and years ago, and it was horrible.
Oh, I'd love the Brooklyn accent. I'd love that. I love the Brooklyn.
Yeah, the Brooklyn accent is rather cool. Actually, Mo has a really lovely accent, doesn't she? Mo has a fantastic
we
accent.
talk to Mo sometimes, and we love her accent.
Yeah,
she's a lovely accent.
Yeah, it's always nice, isn't it?
Life
and death, the cycle. It's true, Hans. It is true. It comes to us all, unfortunately. You can see it under Rachel Hammer on YouTube, titled Ghost Cat. I am sat with my cat Honey, who also is passed away now. The cat glides across the floor in the first 5 minutes, taken on an S5 Samsung. Brilliant phone, Samsung.
I missed.
I have to check that out, Rachel.
Janice Pounds, I think, with $5.
Yeah, it's Janice.
Super chat, thank you, Janice Pounds. I'm going to say £5 because of the name. Super chat. Any more cats follow you or a fox? No, the one time was in Highgate Cemetery in London.
And I had it in Kensal Green.
Oh, Kensal Green. So we had a fox in Kensal Green and one in Highgate.
And lots of squirrels.
The strangest cemetery, I suppose.
Sorry now.
The strangest cemetery I was ever in was Lismore Cathedral in Waterford.
Jordan, sorry. Jordan, hopefully you'll be back.
Yeah, Jordan,
Take care.
Thanks for coming in, Jordan. But the strangest one was in that one in Lismore. I got vices in it. The cat followed me all around the place. If you go back and look at that video, when I walk inside the cathedral, the cat follows me inside the cathedral and starts making this really weird noise. The cat, didn't it?
Oh, the freaky cat.
The freaky cat.
Oh my God! Like it was. If you could, I can't say the word I want to use. It was like a cat on something, wasn't he? And he was really. Like he had the evil eye.
He was just following me around. I had he didn't feel like there was,
the black one.
No, the one in Lismore Cathedral.
Oh no, he was all right.
He was.
No, I'm talking about the black one. The black one.
Oh.
That looked like he was after being on a night on the town.
Oh yeah, that's up in my shorts.
Oh, he was so scary.
He was going sideways and he looked real weird, like he was after coming out of a grave.
First we thought he was hurt and we were like, oh look at the poor little kitten, he's hurt. Oh no, but then he kind of. I'm not laughing because I don't know. He frightened the bejesus out of me because he gave me a look and he kind of walked off sideways while he was still looking at us. Oh, I was so scared. And then the bunny, of course, frightened hard out of me.
He looked like he came out of a grave or something like that. Do you know what he looked like? Did you ever watch that film called Pet Sematary? He looked like that cat that came back from the dead.
That's it.
That's what he looked like.
Pet Sematary, yeah. John Dean said he will be in Highgate in the fall and Paris too. John, you are going to the places we want. I know Jordan did say that we need to go back to London.
Hans is going.
We want to go to London. John Dean. He did say that to us.
Is he going to Highgate?
And Paris, that's another place we want to go.
Oh,
John,
I want to go and
jealous.
visit a couple of graves. So John, if we're in, what month will that be?
In fall, so it would be October.
If we're over in
November.
London, John, and you're in Highgate, we will definitely meet up.
Oh yeah. Hans just giving the mods thumbs up for today. Yeah, absolutely. The mods are always amazing.
The mods are doing a great job. They always do. And
even sometimes they get.
They'll be on now.
Jumped on lynch mob last night. There was
shifty looking things, says Marie.
Yeah, it was shifty.
It was shifty.
The cat was shifty.
He was more shifty, I think. He was a bit dodgy looking, but now it looked like to me, I don't know much about cats, but only that they follow me around.
And we do get an odd cat come here to the back door and we feed him.
But I think he could have got, maybe was in a fight or something.
I don't know. He was just.
And he looked damaged.
Shifty. He did look. It was the look he gave me as
we
he was
had lots of
by.
black cats that were fun. Some people say they're good look.
Yeah, well, I don't mind a cat, but this one, this one, you'd have to look at the short, and even the short doesn't do it justice. It was his eyes. He had the evil look. He really did.
Eyes like that.
You know, I was waiting for him to go back into the ground or something. He was just scary. No more bunnies, Nadia. Do you know, I'd love to go back actually and visit that. That was a beautiful cemetery actually, and just go back to see if the bunny is still there.
The bunny, I think.
He did frighten me. Oh my God.
He's turned into a vampire bunny now.
I think I'm a bit of a vampire. I'm always wearing my sunglasses.
Yeah, I just checked my neck there now. Men's Tails, Fur and Fins. Stopping in to say hi and give you a thumbs up. Thanks very much for coming in.
We have 39 thumbs up and we've 49 here. So whoever the bold person is that hasn't given us the thumbs up, well, given grave visitations.
Guys, do me one favor if you can. When the live is finished, just go straight into the premiere video tonight that's up, that's the one about the crypt and stuff, and just hit the thumbs up on it. Because I don't know, I put up a post there and there was 100 and something likes in the post and only 19 likes in the video. So and the reason I say that is because when you hit the thumbs up in the video, it puts the video out there more and it makes the channel grow. It helps the channel to grow. So whoever did it already, like Tom's just said, thanks very much. I appreciate it very much. And
it does help.
We'll have to sit in the hot seats tonight. In 1 more hour will be the big one. It'll be very interesting.
Jules, my cat brought me a mouse while I was in bed. She dropped it on the floor and it ran under the bed.
Oh, Lord.
They do that, don't they? They do that as it's like a gift to their owner.
And dogs do that too.
So you are loved, Jules, even if it was a live mouse.
Yeah, our Mains, Tails and Fur and Fins says also if you share. So if anybody wants to share any of my videos, you're welcome on platforms, social media, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to share, even Sue's videos as well. Share them if you want.
Thanks, Julia. Media. Much appreciated. Have a good day in work.
Thanks, Julia.
I think Jill said she'd already smashed the thumbs up.
I loved your video about the abandoned graveyard and the old church on the hillside. Oh yeah, that was in County Galway, Angela. Kiltormer. And that's the one where the grave of the soldier I found, and there was a bit of story and there was a photograph. I love finding photographs, and sometimes I can't find a photo of the person, and it really kind of, you know.
Linda's a great help, in fairness.
Linda Ball is a great help for finding stuff. But I love putting a photo to somebody's name and putting, a face to the story.
Well, it helps the story. It's like, actually, you know what it's like? It's like having a photo on a headstone. We all, I think, appreciate a photo on the headstone because, for the simple reason, it makes it, I'm always saying it makes it more personal to the viewer, which is ye, and to us as well. It's almost like for that moment, you can see who the word were a part. Obviously, everybody is, they had a life and all the rest.
As I always say, a picture paints 1,000 words. Yeah, so, these people had a life just like us as well. So, Snowman with $30 super chat. Thank you so much for petrol, coffee on the next adventure.
Thanks, Tim. So appreciated.
You're so kind. Thank you so much.
And we are still thinking about your son, Tim. Don't think we're not. We absolutely are.
We give a shout out to people in this, who need it for family. If anyone has anybody that died or grieving and stuff, you're more than welcome to mention it.
Or anything like that you need some thoughts and prayers. You should have given him the fart noise. I think Tim would appreciate
Maybe the fart noise or the super chat one, Tim or
I think Tim would appreciate the fart noise more. Tim always sends me the funniest. What would you call? What are they called? Memes on Facebook.
Memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like pictures and tombstones, says John Dean, that in New York. So
yeah. And John has sent us lovely photos actually of cemeteries that he's been to.
I love the old black and white ones. You know those oval shaped ones.
Really old photos.
The oval shaped pictures on headstones.
Yeah.
The only ones I really find hard to look at is photos of children or babies.
We have actually found a few, and I don't think we've actually photographed them because just, sometimes it's too sad, of babies that were stillborn, I suppose, and they've put the photo up on the grave. They are so hard to look at and so hard to see. It's just, I know it's probably some sort of piece for the family, but it's so hard to look at them. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome.
Porcelain ones, yeah, Laura Lee, they're the ones.
Just thinking that too, says Marie.
Yeah.
I have a picture on my son's grave, says Janice.
Yeah, I do think it's nice.
And I've come across people.
It's getting more popular in Ireland.
I've come across people who have graves of their family members, and I asked them a question. I asked them that question before. How do you feel about having a photograph on a headstone? Is it a yes or a no for you? And some of the people say, no, I wouldn't like to have one on it, because that means you're looking at that person's face all the time and it brings back too many memories. Other people love to have them on it. So everybody's different, I suppose,
Yeah.
Now, for me, I don't know.
And of course, Janet, or Janice, we are thinking of you, of course. That must be extremely sad as well. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a photo.
I like the photos. Now, if I was putting a photo on my grave, I would probably put either
You'd have to Photoshop your
a cow or a cat for definite, or a GV, just GV or something like that.
I think you'd.
I don't know really.
You have to Photoshop yourself good looking, won't you?
Or do you know what I'd love to have I'd have to photo myself good looking, yeah.
Because... I'm joking. Anyway. He'll do the pouty one. Go on. He'll do that. That'll be. Yeah, that's it. Everyone's screenshotting you now.
Everybody's screenshotting me.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Some people don't like, and it is a personal decision, But I suppose in Ireland it is only becoming a thing that people are now, and they're actually going back and putting it on the old headstones, which is fantastic.
What about? I always said this. I know it's out there already, but there's things on headstones now that if you press, Granny takes a trip, says Zoolander face. That was a good movie, funny.
It was a good film.
What I was going to say to you, you can press the thing on a button now on a headstone, right? And it says a little bit of a story, or the person talks on it. So imagine if you could press a button on the headstone and it says, "Hi, my name is whatever."
That's another place.
And I died in whatever year, and I had such an amazing life, and my family, and something that could talk, a speaker, I think is very interesting. Person's life. I
don't know what I've said this before. There was a gentleman in Ireland. I really want to visit his grave because I just think what he did was brilliant. When he was being buried, he had recorded himself.
Oh yeah.
So there was, as they were burying him, I don't know whether the family realized he was going to do this, but as they were burying the coffin, you could hear this.
Yeah.
And his voice going, "Let me out, let me out." And it just...
He was in the army.
He was extremely funny in life and very funny in death. And I think he wanted to let people know that, to keep smiling, I suppose,
What happened? I tell you one, David said he nearly choked on his cornbread. Sorry, David, cough it up. I met a man the other day doing a video, and I was just leaving the graveyard after doing the video, and I happened to ask him a question, and he stopped and he started talking to the both of us. And I said, "There's a lot of young people buried in there."
Sorry, Granny.
There's a lot of young people.
Linda Ball.
Linda, hi Linda. There's a lot of young people buried in the graveyard, I said. And he said, "My son is in there." Yeah. And I said, "Oh, sorry to hear." And I said, what was his name? And he told me his name. And I said, I just videoed that grave. I said, I hope you don't mind. He said, not at all. He said, you're more than welcome. He said, he was already in his 20s. He died in a motorbike accident. Somebody clipped the back of his wheel and he fell off the bike and he got killed. He was only married 1 year to his
11
wife.
months.
11 months. He was just married 11 months only. And he died of a motorbike accident. And his father actually pulled out his wallet outside the graveyard and took the photograph of his son out of his wallet and handed it to me. The photograph. So I stood there with his son's picture in my hand, looking, and he was a fine fella, a big, strong guy.
Big, strong, strapping young
He was
lad.
involved in rugby. He was involved in gun shooting competitions, motorbikes.
Rugby.
The full of life. He said he was a character. He said he would pick you up. He said a big guy, and he'd put you over his shoulder. And he was great fun and a great laugh. And loved life. And life was taken far too young. And he left a wife and I think children behind also.
That's right, Jules. In an hour. Less than an hour, Jules.
Less than an hour now. But that just goes to show everywhere we go, we meet people.
Yeah.
And we just interact with people and talk about stuff and their family members always.
Yeah, it is very sad.
And
in fairness, it is.
It's sad, but you know that. And he even opened, as you say in America, the trunk of his car, and he said, "Look, I have flowers here for his grave today." And actually, the day I done the video, it was his birthday. The day after, so he had lovely flowers in the shape,
fresh flowers,
in the shape of a heart. And he said, "I'm putting these on his grave today." So that will be in my next video. You'll see that, and I'll point it out to you in the video.
Unfortunately, we can't find a photo.
I couldn't find a photo of him. He told me you might find one online, but I couldn't. I searched everywhere. I asked Linda. We could not find a picture
Which
of
is
this
sad.
guy. But I said, I'll keep him remembered in my video. I said, for you. And he said, tell him, you can tell them you were talking to his dad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's sad. Very, very sad. Very young chap. Fine chap. And his mum was there as well. And she said he'd always make you laugh.
He'd always be funny and stuff.
Yeah,
you know? And I don't know why God takes some of these people, you know, who are part of life, full of life and fun and everything like that. And,
just married.
And I suppose
it is life.
I often ask somebody that before, you know, why does God take children? Why does God take young people? Or why do people die with cancer and so on and so on? And this religious person, you know, said to me, well, God, that's what God would say, or Jesus, my ways are not your ways. So whatever way what you think about life is not the way I think about it. So, you know, that's just something I've heard before. Wasn't his grave full of remembrance items? No, that was a different grave Laura Lee I did.
Oh,
that was in Timon.
Oh, yeah.
In Wexford. That was the guy who had all the stuff from the Honda Civic car and motorbike stuff on his grave. This one hasn't been released yet, this video. I will be releasing that during the week.
Yeah. And I'll try and get that other one I have coming out tomorrow night. Wait till you see the church, guy. Isn't it just, it's full of ivy and it's kind of turning red. The cemetery is stunning. And there is a crypt.
Yeah.
Beautiful crypt. Yeah. And the story then of the shooting. And will we wrap it up now because
Hen said, I never should have made it past 30, but by the grace of God, and by the grace of God is right, and you're still here tonight talking to us all, thank God.
Thank God is right.
And I hope you're healthy. No worries, Laura Lee. Guys, we'll wrap it up there because I have a premiere to do in 15 minutes, and I want to be settled in for that. So
grab your popcorn
in 50 more minutes. Don't forget to hit the like button when you finish up on the premiere video. Just hit the thumbs up, smash it, get a wrench, get a hammer, whatever you have to get. And we'll see you in 50 minutes, guys, at the premiere. We'll see you all there. And thanks for coming in. Appreciate all your support, your donations, your likes and thumbs ups, watching videos, everything.
Yeah.
You're
a good bunch.
We get on very well here in our channels.
Absolutely, Caroline. We are very, very happy to have hands.
And we're happy to have everybody here that supports. And everybody that watches us and all that, and all the mods do a great job as well.
Fantastic work, guys.
So, guys, we'll love you and leave you. And
God
as
bless.
I always say, I'll see you when I get my glasses.
Or see it through the.
Or if I don't see you soon, I'll see you through a window.
That's creepy.
I didn't say put you through a window. I meant see you through a window.
No, but I was looking through a window.
Oh no, I wouldn't put you through a window. Come on.
No, looking through a window.
Oh, looking through a window. If I don't, I'll see you when I get my glasses, guys.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. God
That's
bless.
my new logo now. I'll see you when I get my glasses, guys. Looking like Batman and Robin.
See you guys. Take care.
Cheers, guys.
God bless.